uploaded. Yeah, I've been away. I've been kind of dealing with some stuff, and like, yeah, just kind of, if I'm being super honest, it's pretty much been one of the worst summers of my life, and I'm not trying to be dramatic. Yeah, my dog that I've had for over a decade just recently had to euthanize him, so yeah, we had to put him down 3 weeks ago, and yeah, it pretty much just like destroyed my world. Like a huge part of me died when that dog passed away. And yeah, it's honestly, I can confidently say that was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my entire life. And it's the worst day that I've ever gone through. And like, I've lost my mom to cancer, and like, what's up, man? It's a sick bike, CBR 954. Yeah, it's been really weird. Like, I definitely am depressed because like this has really lost its lure, and like bikes just like, honestly, nothing really is doing it for me these days. I'm really having a lot of trouble finding happiness, and it's really weird to navigate this new world without him. And like, I know a lot of people might think like it's just a dog, but like that dog was my whole life. Like he really helped me find out what I wanted to do with my life, and like without that dog, like I don't know where I would be, like, at all. And like, we had such a tight relationship, and he wasn't just a dog to me, he was my son. Like, he was my whole world. Like, we don't have kids, so it was just like, it was like I'm losing my son. And the whole experience of having to like choose to say goodbye to a really sincere, loved family member is just, I don't wish that on to anyone. It was a terrible, terrible experience, and I can't even say he went peacefully. So it was a pretty terrible experience, and yeah, it's left its mark on me and Laura, and we're just trying to figure out, just going through this grieving process together and also individually. So yeah, if you're going through tough times and you're in a similar situation, or you have gone through similar situations, I definitely have I empathize and sympathize for you, because man, it's tough. It's been a rough past little while, and like, I'm not wishing this, I'm just gonna vent, really. This vlog is for me. I don't have a lot of support right now, and like, basically, yeah, I've just been kind of dealing with this by myself, and like with Laura, and I can't expect Laura to be everything, my partner and my grieving. Like, that's just unrealistic for me to ask that of her. And get on in here. Fuck it. What's the point, you know? Be the energy you have become. I got his dog tag around my neck. I haven't taken it off since he passed away, and I won't. That was my boy for life, man. I always used to tell him that. And yeah, so it's just been a really tough time, and I'm not wishing all this negativity into my life, and I really don't like think it's healthy when people are like, what else is gonna happen to me? Like, oh, this is all so negative. But like, we had this huge plumbing expense. It cost me $3,500 in the blink of an eye, like out of nowhere. So that was our first giant home expense. And then I bought a heat pump, and the guy was installing it, and somehow they blew it up. So like, the whole reason I was getting the heat pump, like 99% of the reason I was getting the heat pump, was because my dog Gus was old, and I wanted him to be comfortable, because it's like, he's a husky, and it was super hot here, and like, the whole time in his last days, he didn't even get that quality of life because it was still so hot, because the unit, we had to wait for them to repair it and send it in. It was a terrible experience. Regardless, I'm not complaining. I'm still thankful, and I have a lot to be thankful for. But it was like that, and like this year we had some like personal stuff happen with like just us, and like, this is ridiculous. But again, it could always be worse. I really need to understand and count my blessings. But regardless, it's been shit. It's been fucking shitty. And I'm the type of person that'll smile and laugh through like the worst pain ever, because like that's how I cope. But like deep down inside, it's been a terrible experience and a terrible summer. And like, I'm just gonna be real with you guys. Like, there's been a lot of crying in our household, and like, we have a shrine set up for my dog. You guys probably think I'm crazy, and it's like, fuck, I miss him every minute, man. It's like every day I get home, I'm like, one of the best. It's just crazy. It's like the littlest things that you didn't really appreciate in the time become so important and so valued after someone is no longer around. So like when I would get home from work, it was just such a joy to have that dog run up to me every single time. He was so pumped to see me, no matter how long I had been gone. And it's just like, I'm always looking for him. And it's just been a pretty terrible experience and feeling to have that super huge loss and absence. And yeah, a lot of people just cope and get another dog. It's like, I can't get another dog after that dog. Not for a long time. It's like I couldn't, like, I just like, he was such an amazing dog. And like, he was such a good dog. And like, so well, I always say this, like, I was so proud of that dog. Like, so proud to be his like family and him as my dog. It was just, and it's just yeah, it's been a huge loss. That's all I can say. It's just such a devastating loss to our family, and we're just trying to navigate. So that's what's been going on. Just trying to deal with that. Those clouds don't look good, but who fucking cares? I don't. I'll get smashed by rain all day long. Bring it. And yeah, it's been tough. I hope you guys are all well. I'm not trying to be a bummer. This is probably a bummer of a vlog. Shit happens to all of us, and I always try to remind people of that. Like, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry you're going through that, and I'm like, it is what it is. And it sounds cynical, but it's like, yours is coming too. It's like, all of us have stuff we all have to go through in certain times throughout our life. And don't think you're going to escape some grief and some hardships, because they find all of us. So, and that is where I think all of these terrible things happen to us, and I think that's where you realize that, like, happiness for the majority isn't just sunshines and rainbows and like perfection. Happiness is when your life is not chaos. Happiness is when you have a lot to be thankful for, and things are normal, and like everything's going good. That's beautiful out here. This is one of my favorite rides, and I think that's what happiness is. And this kind of just reaffirms that for me. But yeah, I miss that dog a lot. He was just such a giant pillar in my life for just my identity and who I was. And yeah, he really like held it all together for us. And he was very much the buffer between me and my partner. Like, yeah, it's just crazy, man. He was always there when I needed him, and when no one else could be there, Gus was always there for me. And that holds true even now. So like, he's gone, and I'm sorry if any of my friends are watching this, but it's like, the only person that showed up to my house was like my fiance's newer friend, and like, we've known her for a very long time, but she showed up to our house with like food and brownies and was like, this is for you and your grieving process. And I was like, man, like, that speaks volumes to the type of person that I want in my life. Please don't. And yeah, I just am so appreciative and thankful for that she stopped by, because that was just super sincere of her. And like, it's like when your family dies, people take it seriously, and they come over and they say goodbye or like say sorry, and like, I'm not expecting that of people, but at the same time, even my brothers and stuff, like, I was kind of let down that like I haven't even heard from one of my brothers still. And yeah, it just kind of like hurts, you know, hurts to a degree that like I feel pretty alone on this mission, and there's nothing you can do. You can't just like, you can't expect people to, you can't hold it against them. You can't expect to have them all reach out to you, but like, I know if any of my friends go through some shit, I'm definitely going to be there for them. That's just, I think, how you should be with people who matter to you in any sense. Anyways, enough of this negative, sad topic. I'm just going for a ride. I haven't been riding. It's like this has been a weird past little while. I've just had to work a lot, and I have 2 jobs. So it's like, and all this whole summer I've been working 2 jobs. So I finished my job, one of my jobs, this Thursday in 2 days. So I'll have a little bit of a break. So yeah, if you guys have gone through some stuff like this, which I'm sure some people have in my subscriber list, let me know in the comments. Like what let's start a conversation. You know, I don't know. Like, I think it's cool to be able to relate to people in the comment section. I appreciate that anybody takes the time to watch these videos. I enjoy creating them, but this is a cool little turn. Gets pretty interesting. Not that it wasn't, but yeah, it's very beautiful in here. It's like a small little valley all the way to the next town. Anyways, I'll probably just keep it short. That's kind of what's been going on. I'm actually going to buy a wedding ring right now because I'm getting married. This whole summer it's kind of falling apart. Gus was supposed to be part of my marriage, like my wedding party. He was my best man. You guys probably think I'm crazy, but I asked Laura to marry me and my dog when I proposed. It was like, will you marry me and Gus? Because like, he's just been my co-pilot in life, and it's been such a wicked adventure and experience. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. So I'm going to get in the ring this finger, I believe. I got it wrong, I already won. So that's what I'm doing. So we're trying to make the most of this time we have off together, and like, yeah, it's going to be sad, but it also, maybe it's a new beginning and a good time for us to reflect and appreciate, just try to be as happy as we can, and yeah, just start a new chapter together. Anyways, I'll see you guys later, because I don't know what else to talk about, because I feel like this is just getting weird. Cool. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all you guys. Take care of yourselves.